pots, but doesn't have to play on it. He's got the perfect angle here. If he chooses to go into the bunch of reds. He didn't hold back. The cue ball stays out. Oh, that's unlucky. Very unlucky. All we can do there is hit that pink as full as possible. Backspin on the cue ball. Yeah, very unfortunate for Hussain there. So, balls are in the open now. One good long red from Ding Junhui. He can take full advantage of Hussain's aggression in opening the pack.
Too good from Ding Junhui. And this really would be an absolute hammer blow for Hussain Vafaei. Long way to go in this frame, but
brown ball.
2 on the spin since the restart. And he's potting really well. The winner of 14 ranking titles. Or is he?
Ding Junhui won.
Or is he? What a let-off for Hussain Vafaei. And Ding can't believe that brown didn't drop. Neither can the crowd.
Well, that is a major let-off for Hussain. Look where he got the cue ball as well, perfectly on the red. He wanted to free the pink spot. There was a big counter-attack coming there. Hussain jumped out of his chair. He couldn't believe his luck. Went from severe bad luck to elation. Just got to keep everything intact here. He's already got a nice lead in this frame. No more slip-ups from his point of view.
7.
Safely secure this frame.
Eight.
2.5 hours played now in this match. It has been thoroughly intriguing. What a tough session of snooker for both men.
Fourteen. 15. 21. 22.
55 ahead, so far
28.
so good. Red, high value colour.
$29.
Could have done with a bit more on that, but just needs the pink to leave Ding needing a snooker in this frame. But as we've seen many times, you don't really want your opponent coming back to the table. Lots of anxious moments, players trying to get snookers. So he'd like to see another red disappear after potting this pink.
35.
So far, he's capitalised on Ding's miss with the brown. And that should
36.
ensure Ding will not be coming back to the table. Wants to absolutely slam the door, though, on this frame. Brilliantly done. This is a good response from Hussein Vafai.
43. 44.
So proud last year to have made his debut, coming through a black ball decider against Pei Fan Lee. He was absolutely
51.
ecstatic to walk down those stairs for the first time.
52.
And he absolutely believes that this year he's not just here to make up the numbers, he could have a big impact on this championship.
59.
This has been a
Same
grueling
time,
session of
59.
snooker, but just rewards for his efforts there. The two-frame advantage for his opponent has been clawed back. Just one in it now. Ding Junhui 4, Hussein Vafai 3.
Hussein Vafai to break.
Penultimate frame of the session in this nip and tuck encounter is underway. And they have both had to earn the frames they've got the hard way. This has been a tough session of match snooker. Yeah, that average shot time for Hussein Vafai has come down from 32 to 33 seconds in the first few frames, now down into the mid-20s. Bearing in mind, across the season so far, he's averaged just outside 20 seconds. So at times here, he's been forced to play the match at a pace that is not to his liking.
Yeah, the average shot time is not an indication of how much thinking is going on out there. Less thinking when you're in and around the black spot potting balls than getting out of sticky situations. That was a attempted red from Ding, didn't really threaten the pocket. I think Ding would be delighted to share these last two frames and just get out of here with a session 1 lead. Hussein's behind, but looking at them, he looks the stronger to me at the moment.
How tiring are sessions of snooker like these ones that require huge amounts of concentration. I mean, one of these frames has been north of 40 minutes. Is it mentally exhausting out there?
Yeah, it's a lot more mind-boggling when you have to keep getting out of situations like this for Ding. You know, you sort of go onto autopilot mode when you're in round the black spot potting balls, because that's what you do day in, day out on the practice table. But you know, these situations only sort of appear in tough matches. It is more mentally tiring. You've got to keep working out ways of getting yourself out of situations. You know, they've been out there, you know, over 2.5 hours now, full concentration.
Just the 1 century from Ding after the restart, a magnificent 1-3-4. Hussein is stuck on a best break of 66 in this one, but it was an important one, as was his clearance of 59 in the previous frame, to once again reduce a 2-frame deficit to just a single behind. And this has been a tough day for both of them. And they'll both hope tomorrow morning is a much quicker session of snooker. That would suit them both.
Yeah, clever shot that from Hussein Bafai. Played with tons of side to straighten the cue ball up when it hit that back cushion, as the natural angle was taking it towards the 2 reds. So a very clever shot. Again, more thinking time for Ding, not a straightforward return. As reds he can get the edge of, but got to be careful, gliding into another ball on the way back, or a double kiss. Very good. Took over a minute there to decide what he was going to do, and it was worth every second. He's completely turned the situation round. It's Hussein's turn now to try and work something out. Doesn't like it.
They don't always look particularly complicated shots like that. But that was a very, very skillful piece of cueing there from Ding Junhui. The minute he took was worth the wait. Hussein will have to hope for the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a obvious return. There's a couple of balls he could just rest on, but I don't think in doing that he can not leave Ding Junhui a pot of some kind. So I may have to be brave here, try and find a route back to balk. Yeah, it was very, very difficult. It was a great shot from Ding Junhui, and it's earned the reward.
Thank you.
So, Ding's great safety has earned this chance. He hasn't never looked absolutely in control today. The 1-3-4 was majestic, but in the other frames he's been in, looks like he's going to just go on and win the frame, and slipped up. Not straightforward this. The red's not a problem. I think you can just use the black, push it towards this left corner. If he's not on the black, he'll be on the pink.
One.
Yeah, well done. So, tricky table. Reds are all available if you can get on them correctly, but sort of half guarding one another. So a bit of work to do here. First 20 or 30 points. If you can get to 30 in this break, I'd fancy him to go on and win the frame, but not going to be easy to get that far.
Seven.
So already faced with a tough pot to keep this going. Awkward queuing. Oh, great shot.
Thirteen. $14.
That was a superb shot into the green pocket. He's giving himself the platform here.
Yeah, and removing this red
20.
means the pink be potable into both corners. The shot he played very early on, took a gamble, that freed up the blue. So like I said, if he can get to 30 odd points in this break, you would expect him to go on and win the frame. You can see what I meant by that. The first few shots were very difficult in manipulating the table. He's now done that, so it should be easier from here on in. Doesn't always work out that way, obviously, but in theory it should be.
$27. 28. $33. $34.
Not ideal on the pink, but just has to make sure of the pot. Red waiting. Yeah, very nice. So he's done well to get this far. Lots of
40.
good, clever shots.
$41.
He's played well overall since they came back from the mid-session.
46.
I know he missed the brown into the yellow pocket, which allowed Hussain back in to take the 7th. But overall, this has been
47.
quality play from Ding Junhui. Edging towards guaranteeing himself an overnight lead.
$53.
And remember, Ronnie O'Sullivan lies in store for the winner of this one. Second round on Friday.
54.
O'Sullivan surviving a spirited second session from Pang Chung-Siu, who was well worthy of his debut. Clearly under the weather, the reigning defending champion has gone home to rest for a couple of days.
60.
Creeping ever closer to the winning line in this frame. It's been an excellent break.
61.
It was far from easy. Great imagination, great control. And that pink puts him 67 ahead with 67 remaining. So a fabulous break from Ding Junhui.
67.
Drawing on the experience he's built up. It's his 17th consecutive Crucible appearance. Hussain Vafaei is back for just the 2nd time.
Ding Junhui, 68.
But he will most certainly be coming back to the table. He's worked too hard, Vafaei, just to roll over.
Six.
It's a tall order, this. And of course, he's still potentially
7.
Potentially could go for the free ball.
Hussein Rafai, 7. Frame considered, frame. Ding
But that will be that. And Ding Junhui does guarantee himself an overnight lead in this grueling match. He's now up 5-3, 1 to play.
Thank you. Final frame of the session. Ding Junhui to break.
Right. The last frame of this marathon session is underway. For Hussein Rafai, this is a case of damage limitation. He will trail overnight, but by how much? Oh, that'll help. That'll definitely help. He's potted some great single reds in this match, despite not being at his fluent best.
8.
And that was right up there.
9.
He potted a red very similar to that in frame 7, Ding's previous break-off shot. On that occasion, he made 33 and run out of position. He'll be looking for a lot
60.
more this time round. Yeah,
70.
played that nicely. Very easy to find yourself near the side cushion when playing that shot. He just got enough backspin to get himself out of the reds nicely on the black. So doing the right thing here, making sure he's at 100% committed to this shot, knows exactly what he's trying to do with a cue ball. Cannon that red, perfect. Yeah, well played. So very, very quickly
24.
he's developed this into a very good scoring opportunity. He's still got 5 reds clearly in the open. So both players have definitely picked up since the mid-session interval. Scoring's been a bit freer, looser.
25.
Yeah, you saw the grimace there from Hussein.
32.
Didn't have to play that shot. Didn't quite get the part of the bunch he wanted, so needs a good pot here. Keep this going. Yeah, always missable.
Hussein Rafai, 32.
It was the shot before. He didn't mean to catch that part of the bunch. That's why the cue ball disappeared off to the left-hand side of the table. He was looking to leave himself on the red to the right of the pack there. So, may prove costly. This red is potable into the middle. It's not easy. But Ding can bring the cue ball back to the ball cushion for a bit of insurance. Yellow's waiting.
One.
Yeah, good pot. And now, in the previous frame, when Hussain messed up, Ding didn't capitalise. He missed the brown. Can he punish this time Hussain's error?
Breaking down on 32. It's kind of been representative of the whole match so far from Hussain's perspective. We've seen glimpses of that great break builder, but he hasn't been able to get hold of any real fluency.
4.
He's hanging on a little bit here. Ding Junhui would be over the moon to get out of this grueling session, 6-3 up. And he's got the chance now, after Hussain missing that red to the middle.
Seven. Eight. $15. Ding Junhui, 15.
And once again, the mistakes continue. Missed the brown in the 7th, and that allowed Hussain Vafai to come back and draw to within 1 at 4-3. Can he find his way in here and reduce the arrears once more? Big frame for the man making his 2nd successive appearance at the Crucible.
Here again there from Ding. Neither player has really put a sustained period of forming in this match. Just when you think they're going to take control and run a few frames and a few big breaks one after the other, a little slip up appears. I wonder, is Ding taking this on? If he pots it, he'll avoid all the other balls. But that's the trouble with that shot. If you don't pot it, the cue ball takes a different direction and you leave things on. So as much as it's a shot to nothing, it's only a shot to nothing if you get very close to the pot. And surely he's left the red for Hussain here. Oh, if this red doesn't pot, he can count himself very unfortunate. Well, is this another plant? He's got a few today. This is the most difficult out of all of them. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Under pressure. Look what he was leaving. Should it not go in? Great shot.
The Gardener delivers again.
8. 9.
3 hours played over this opening instalment of drama between Ding Junhui and Hussein Vafai.
16.
This has been a true test of crucible stamina.
17.
Can he capitalise on that mistake and ensure he only trails by 1 overnight? He would absolutely love to be coming back on Friday to take on Ronnie O'Sullivan. Big moments here for the man from Iran.
25.
42 ahead, so colour, red, high value colour, be enough. If he does go on to win the frame here, it's been a funny old session. I think the scoreline doesn't always reflect play at the Crucible, but I think 5-4 to Ding is just about right. I think he's been slightly the better player of the two, and probably might feel a little bit aggrieved not to have a bigger lead at the end of this session, should it finish 5-4.
30.
So this is the key ball then. This goes in. He'll go on and win the frame. Yeah, safely in. Nice part. He's done well here. Really under pressure. Kept his composure. And I think not very often you lose a session and you're happy, but I think he may be the happier of the two, believe it or not.
Yeah, this has been a great visit. That pot with the rest was superb. He'll be hanging on to Ding Junhui's coattails tomorrow morning. They have managed to get all the required frames in. It's been far from vintage from both players, barring that
44.
1-3-4 in the 5th from Ding Junhui. They've had to grind out every frame they've won, but I agree, Joe, it does feel as though 5-4
45.
is a fair reflection of their 3 hours of endeavour here. Good drama for the crowd, and especially for those on the other table whose action finished
52.
early. Divide comes up, and they've seen a really intriguing second half of this session.
53. $60. 62.
Green and brown for his highest break of the match so far. He would have expected more, but this has been important, and it's kept him in touch. Oh, bit of exhibition snooker here to round things off. It is the Crucible after all.
69. 74. 80.
'Enjoyed that. What an important clearance from Hussein Vafai. It hasn't always been pretty, this, but it's all to play for tomorrow. Just one between them. Ding Junhui 5, Hussein Vafai 4.